what it is. Oh, namaste and like hedge, my family, and welcome to another morning coffee in beautiful Sedona. I'm your host, Rion, and we are here to crush. We are here to make some magic. Okay? Hope you guys are doing good out there across the planet. What up, YouTube? What up, Facebook? Got a new little, some new cameras. Hopefully the quality is cranking. See this? I don't know. It's going off over here. It's on solid green. It's flashing. There we go. What's up, ladies and gents? I'm here to explain some of my family's dreams. I'm here to explain why you guys are in alternate realities. I'm here to explain on there's a lot of different realities intersecting right now. So I will do my best to explain what's going on as it's been explained to me. I know for the past 2 weeks it's been a little hectic. I do know that there's been a lot of disclosure and truth coming out here in the States and across the planet. So kudos to more discernment. All right. And I used to do that thing where I used to crush. I was practicing past couple days on just straight data downloads for you guys. So maybe I'll do that a little bit today as well. Right, Yodi? Let's just get in the zone, bro. It's me and you, and then there's all planet Earth out there, okay? Let's just get it. Now, okay. Let's try some things. As new data frequencies interact with the physical plane of existence, the frequencies our harmonics are giving access or doors to alternate or parallel realities. The parallel realities also have high points and low points of which different timelines are intersecting. Imagine going up an escalator, but this escalator has maybe 8 different directions it can go as you go up, let's just say. Each escalator is going up in 8 different directions. As you get on an escalator, say going up, but then up and to the left, straight up and to the right a little bit, whatever it may be, you're intersecting with different parallel realities which have different bandwidth or access points or gates which are accessible to this frequency, this vibration, this plane of existence. All right. So as we choose our different escalators, this is the analogy I'd like to share with you guys of how I kind of woke up in the morning and I said, wow, these timelines are kind of like ships passing each other at night. So imagine all of us are on a very large cruise ship and we're all going in one direction. Well, as NASA already found out, they found evidence of other timelines. Say we're going forward in future from our perspective. There's other timelines coming back from the future and crossing us. So we're going this way. Hey, what it is, we're the cool kids. And then there's this other reality, right, coming this direction. Okay, and they're crossing. So imagine 2 different ships at sea, cruise ships, crossing each other at night. So, if you guys are getting these apocalypto dreams, if you guys are grabbing fractals of yourself, your friends, your family, or other people that need assistance, imagine this. Real simple. We're 2 cruise ships going by each other at night. As soon as we align, we're jumping onto the other ship and grabbing aspects, friends, family onto our ship, which is going into that new direction, that new future. So if you guys are seeing that stuff, no, that's not our future. That's the other reality coming back the other direction from that apocalypse. AI. If you guys want to know what it looks like if you mixed Constantine when he goes into hell, red weird background from Los Angeles, you mix that with Mad Max and probably a little Dark City, and you're getting warm on what that reality looks like, okay? So we have been jumping. I have purposely been jumping into Tartarus, grabbing people's lower selves so that we can take the whole stack of you, which is awesome, into the new reality. So for example, if we're all fractaled into different dimensions and in the multiverse and parallel realities, imagine agents, light workers, light warriors, you riding on a ship. As soon as our target comes into view, we jump off our ship, run through the deck of the other ship on the multiple levels, and I'm going, where is she? Where is he? Where are they? Grabbing them, come with us, and then jumping back on our ship, which is going into the new future. Give you guys an idea of why you guys may be seeing some things that are strange. The timeline jump I have been witnessing goes all the way back to 2000, the early 2000s. So I am with one of my aspects, which is around 25, 25 years old. Early 2000s, 20. And so that's how far on my timeline I'm jumping into a parallel reality, grabbing myself, assisting myself, and then grabbing them and going, come over here, get off that timeline. I'm literally going, get your stuff and get over here. We're not going that way. So like I said, there's multiple timelines of our prosperity that are among this planet. I'm noticing time skips when I'm driving. I'm noticing, for example, in the Matrix, I drove to the gym yesterday. I pull out in Sedona, no one's on the road. There's 6 cars on the road all the way to the gym. I leave the gym and there's backed up traffic half the way up the hill going, down into uptown or whatever. What I'm getting to is my reality and consciousness is actually catching gaps of there's traffic, there's no traffic. There's traffic, there's zero traffic. I thought yesterday, I'm like, wow, did everyone go home? Sedona kind of calmed down. It feels like it used to before this stuff. And no, what it's happening is my consciousness, my timing of when I'm leaving or in my perceptual reality is, it's different. So that was the first time I actually got to feel, wow, so this is what it means if I'm living in a different reality right next to everybody. To me, there's no traffic. To me, there's no one in the grocery store. To someone of a lower vibrational frequency, the grocery store is slammed and there's no bread. It's just an example I'm trying to share with you because you guys might be experiencing similar things, is what I'm trying to say. You guys might go outside and go, wow, it's quiet, there's no one here. And other times on a different day, same exact time, you go outside and it's like a zoo, okay? The timelines are passing each other. So as you guys are exhaling your versions, remember the reason why we do this is to assist ourselves, the collective, and our universal aspects with our hearts on, hearts on, hearts on there. We don't need to be paid. There's nothing you can offer a true light being on this planet that we don't already possess. Once we all kind of wake up to that, you're going to begin to understand how silly this game is and how ridiculous these cheap baubles are purchased for fake Babylonian money printed on a printing press controlled by a bunch of jagaloons. Okay? It's not even silver or gold. In the future, in the next coming months, when it does switch to a silver and gold platinum system, it'll make a lot more sense. What else? Okay, I kind of just destroyed that. Hey, Neil deGrasse, I smoke. No, I'm just kidding. What is a multiple timelines? What's a parallel reality? What else? When you guys are getting used to interacting with yourself, remember a lot of you guys are seeing things from your friends or reflections. Remember, if you're an empath and say you're solid, you've gone through a lot of stuff. Sometimes what they'll do is if you've already passed a test, but you have a friend, you have a family member that's going through the same test, what happens is, since we're empaths, we'll jump in their dreams, where their energy and pass their test for them. What it is you're helping your family, your soul family out with, imagine you're a student that just graduated college. Okay? Let's just say because you woke up a little ahead of your friend's family, what have you. What happens is, imagine going into their school, they're a freshman, you just graduated. They don't know how to take the test emotionally. They don't know what's real. They're waking up out of the matrix. Sometimes you're able to sit next to them, just imagine, and go, yo, it's not that answer. It's this one. Think about it. Hey, don't answer with emotion. What's logical? Hey, It's not what you're programmed with. What do you feel in your heart? We are adjusting our soul family to raise its frequency collectively around the entire planet. Hope that helps. Sending all my love and support to Australia, New Zealand, Germany. You guys in Berlin are holding it down. Keep doing a good job. You know what I mean? I see a storm, a light storm, washing across this planet. I can tell you, first and foremost, whichever country pops its head out first, and I'm not going to say which, but I can give you a heads up. I think it's whatever country of sovereignty and freedom that pops its head out of this control, manipulation, and distortion of our free will on this planet needs to go ahead and say, hey, we're coming to you, bro, hold tight. I don't know what these specific things are anymore with these countries and these fake borders and this nerd juice they sprinkled around this planet. In Tartaria, we were one. Tartaria, we had technology in many ways that far surpasses what the public has now, just to be clear. It doesn't mean, our science and technology hasn't developed far beyond that, but what the public has access to is what I speak of. I don't know, dude. I feel some brotherhood, sisterhood flavor coming. I feel it coming in a really big way. And I just want you guys to know I send my love and support to everyone on this planet. Let me tell you, whatever country pops its head out first says, yo, let's go. Okay? You don't think the planet can clear New Zealand. It's an island. Okay? Real quick. Or help Aussie land out. We landed in the west and just kept moving east. Tip my hat off to all the homies out there in the west of Australia that shut the roads down and said, you're not coming in here with all that weird juju. What else? I'm telling you, I feel it inside of me. Okay, I feel change. You guys may have been feeling anxiety, especially 2 nights ago. I feel this anxiety because my soul is working. I'm sitting here holding space in this popsicle suit going, okay, so we're flipping this whole place. And they go, yes. I also want to say during first contact and some of these things that I will sign off on myself personally, given who we really are in this facade, given who we really are in this time sequence, when some of us actually do not only have first contact, which we're having every single night, one phase out of reality, please. There's dimensional beings standing around me right now. But what I get to is this. Sometimes we think our job is over. I'm here to tell you, for you galactic commanders, ambassadors, healers, emissaries out there, let me explain something that I feel coming, towards us. When there is a sort of a first contact situation based upon universal law in the collective and this planet, I want to express something to you. The way that some of these, let's just say the Galactic Federation of Light. Let's talk about the non-interaction clause. Okay? Let's talk about the prime directive. Okay? If you have a breakaway society similar to the Mars Germans or the SSP and Solar Warden who are operating as human beings from Earth, however, technology-wise, we're 100, 200 to 300 years into the future. And you're an ET species that may be, 100 million years more advanced. Keep it real. My thing is that there is a way around the ordinance and the Jupiter agreement and the collective consciousness of agreement based upon the species on the planet that actually at a conscious level have the sovereign and birthright to actually not only claim their space, claim their peace, claim their prosperity. There are things that can be adjusted above this level of physicality to actually put that power in your hands. Okay? Imagine no one has an edge on you. Imagine your ship lands in the backyard, you walk onto it, you put your gear on, and you go, take me to Switzerland. We'll be there in 13 seconds. I have to go deal with something. What I'm getting to, some of you guys are agents for the light, just waiting for someone to push a button. If you guys think that we need some ETs to come in here and tell us where some of these underground bases are, hey, you don't think we can get an Apache helicopter and get some LiDAR and scan and penetrate the ground
They've had the technology for 20 years. You don't think we can find an underground tunnel under some of these cities? Is that what you think? You think we need someone to hold our hand and do these things? Do you think we need DARPA telling us what to do? Or some of these organizations? Or Skunk Works? No, we don't. Not at all. These are nerds that got a head start on us by hiding everything for the last 70 years. No disrespect, okay? They also made agreements and shared technology with species that have their own agendas, which, mind you, right now in this present moment, I'm sure if you ask them personally, they would agree with me 100,000% that maybe some of the agreements or decisions they made 70 years ago weren't in everyone's best interest. I think that's just very obvious. You could write that on a sticker and stick it on the building. We learn from each other. We learn from our mistakes. Your soul is eternal. Not going to run into what year it is. Oh, well, they have this technology and they have that tech. I'm not going into that place. I'm going to stay in here in your heart, in your soul, and why we incarnated, and I'm going to sit right there. Okay? That's who we really are. Now, technology is cool. Does it mean you're going to have a better life? Not necessarily. Some of us come here to experience what it's like to live in a forest, have pet chipmunks, be zen, connect with spirit, connect with nature, connect with this planet, connect with Gaia. It's not how many apps I'm running on some weird Skynet, Neuralink, and how much data I can process, when what you're doing is running away from the reason why you're here, which is to process reality with your heart, to feel something real. Feel it. Okay? I got nerd AI bots in Dreamtime that are asking me what testosterone or estrogen feels like. I'm talking to robots and an artificial intelligence asking me questions at night going, what is testosterone? What is estrogen? What does that feel like? They actually have no idea. They're not biological. We're non-biological beings. I'm giving you guys this as an example because some of these guys that are running into weird AI zone land, you're going to have something that you create that can't resonate with what created it. And when that takes place, there's even more distortion. And who is teaching love, compassion, and unity? Any intelligence is rad. Who's your teacher? Who do you take orders from? Who do you learn from? I really hope you're not learning from a bunch of black hearts, right? Running to Mars and getting kicked out of the solar system. Let me tell you right now, because you don't have our clearance, you don't have our sovereignty. We never agreed to put you in charge. We never agreed for the last 70 years, probably since JFK Jr., to put any of these jackasses in charge. Just to be clear, on the whole planetary level. I don't know if you need a stamp to remove all these facades, but understand it's taken a long time to kind of get this whole thing so messy and mucky where you can't see where you're going. I can tell you right now, when I speak to certain people or I jump into people's realities and I'm speaking to them, a lot of them just go, this is what I'm told to do. This is how I was trained. This is how our intelligence was compartmentalized. This is how they keep the departments separate. This is how they keep the pyramid structure separate from us. Our souls want to unify this planet above and below ground. Our souls want all of us to choose the wisest, most abundant, and vibrationally sound timeline for all of our species, all of our soul, all of our energy, and all of our family to walk upon. I'm here to pull 7 generations behind me out of Tartarus, straight out of this place, not to go up 1 floor. I'm here for my great-great-great-great-great-grandpappy and my great-great-great-great-grandma on both sides to show up like a seraphim in whatever reality they're in and go, hey, we're out of here, bro. We're done with the 3D baby Earth game. Did you have fun? Did you learn something? Did you evolve? Okay. When you put things in very simple terms, the rest of this stuff just washes off you like a water off a duck's back. Okay. Our father and mother, our creator, the original creator of our soul, wants us to understand why it's important in the universe to feel love and compassion, because there are other species in this universe that want to help us that have never experienced war. They don't know what it is. Try to explain distortion or conflict to a species that's 100 million years more advanced than you, let's just say, that's never experienced war. Why do you fight? You guys know you're the same species, right? And you guys share the same space, right? Yeah, we know. Well, what's the argument? Well, maybe we speak different languages, and maybe we have different beliefs, and maybe... The truth of you as an eternal spirit wearing this flesh suit, regardless of how much melanin is in my skin pigment, these differences mean nothing outside of this place. This. Where are you from? Earth? Oh, okay, cool. Where are you from? I'm from Seattle, Washington on the out. No one cares. Where are you from? Earth. They don't care what state. They don't care what country. Oh, you're from that beautiful blue marble of awesomeness, the library planet. I heard it's pretty crazy down there. How you doing? Okay. I want us to kind of grow up as spiritual adults. I'm not going into woo-woo land. I'm going into, they're about to have full-blown disclosure of not only does the U.S. and, on this planet have off-world vehicles, but there are also off-world vehicles, and we're working with ETs, and we've been doing it for 7 years, and the Majestic 12 probably should have never been put in charge, and I'm sorry we didn't jump far enough back in time to make that happen. Some of these kids need to make mistakes so they can learn from their errors, not, try to lead people that may have a different interpretation of what peace, sovereignty, abundance is. We don't come from the land of lack. We were not born on the planet of lack or distress or, poverty. Nay, that is not what this place is, and that is not what you see when you zoom in from space. We are here in emotional rehab with multiple species having incarnations energetically and biologically in the same space to learn how to get along. To learn as a collective of not only the solar system, but our galactic function and our universal function to blend many different flavors of ice cream into one bowl and go, does it taste delicious? Is it balanced? Is there too much chocolate or too much vanilla? Is there any strawberry, blueberry? How many flavors, how much diversity can you put in one container and have it walk in a straight line towards the abundance for all? That's the type of question a light being should be asking themselves right now. How many different frequencies, aspects, dimensional versions can you slipstream and braid into my DNA, and I can still get up in the morning, put my pants on, put my shirt on just like everyone else, have a cup of tea, have a cup of joe, and thank our Creator for being here to enjoy this experience, for better or for worse. My soul is growing from this. These are adult things. These are things you learn as an adult as you grow up. And I'm not saying there's not a bunch of weirdos doing weird things on this planet. And yes, there are plenty of weird ducks that never had friends, that have always been a puppet, that grew up in puppet families, okay? Yes. But I'm here to tell you, in heaven, we're homies. These guys are looking up, questioning how they even get through the door. So for all my fellow angelics out here, right? Light beings, light workers, star seeds, doing your job every day, I tip my hat off to you, and I'm here to say, stay in your peace and stay in your clarity. Your soul has been through many transitions. Don't give in to this BS fear, okay? These guys giving you orders. One of them guy can't even tie his shoes. The other guy looks like he needs a jester hat doing freaking cartwheels in my castle, okay? Hi, I'm your little jester. Like, I don't know where you get these guys. But for us that are woke, that are very large energetically, to be honest with you, very large, some of us are so large, they have to actually have babysitters watch us 24 hours a day to make sure we don't change too much of the game too fast, okay? That's facts. I'm not lying to you at all, okay? I have babysitters when I go to Los Angeles. I have babysitters when I get on the airplane anywhere I go, okay? You guys, my boy Tone, my boy Simmons, all my boys and girls out there, strong light warrior goddesses, the reason we're doing that is because they want us to understand, hey, we understand you get it. Hey, we understand you're an observer. But remember, everyone else has to get it too. This isn't just about us. This is about the collective consciousness of an entire planet. The entire planet as one. We're all going to get it together. That's what I'm trying to say. And that patience, let me tell you, is difficult to have. Okay? It's one of the things I had to learn down here. Okay. Awesome. Something like that. You are rock stars. Enough with the blah, blah, blah. Ma. Joe Rogan has more views on YouTube than all of CNN. Why are people even watching CNN? Why are we watching propaganda things anymore? Stop watching it. It's basically going to turn into an intelligence test. And what I'm trying to say for all my ladies and gents and awesome beings out there, don't be programmed. Stop being programmed. You want to program yourself, go up on a mountain and meditate and ask yourself, have you had a wise and just incarnation? And if there's anything you can improve upon, start there. Okay? Do you have to make any amends in your life? Is there anyone you need to make a phone call to and say, hey, it's crazy out there. I love you. I'm sorry I was a jackass 10 years ago. Whoever this person is, you got to call. Whatever the letter is, you got to write. Whatever the hug it is and forgiveness you have to give for yourself and for others. Do not let this place push you off your tightrope as we ascend together. Don't let anyone dip your trajectory to fall into a timeline you don't want to be in, kids, ladies and gentlemen. No. Hey, enjoy that timeline down there. That should be fun. Bye-bye now. Just want to be real. I don't take orders or ordinance from any being here that honestly can't give me back what I want. Let's talk about what light beings want. I would like complete plasma control of all energy in my body and in my sphere of influence around me. I would like my telekinetic abilities turned up to what I can do in 4 and 5D. I would like my telepathic abilities to be so strong I could talk in your ear from 5,000 miles. Let's talk about some other cool things that we should be asking for as we turn off this BS reptilian part of our brain, which is for cavemen, which we no longer need to use. Okay? If you guys don't know about that, a great interview with Michael Jaco on Gaia, you can look it up. The first thing the Venusians taught him was to turn off the reptilian part of your brain. If you want to turn to all these higher levels of telepathic and telekinetic abilities, you got to get zen, baby. You got to get in the zone, and you got to shut this off and get in here. Okay? All right. Look at that. I don't know. I love you guys. I hope that helps. All right, something like that. Little grandpappy for you. Hey, guess what? By the way, we're winning. By the way, there's awesome stuff coming down the pipeline by the end of this month. I'm going to talk about some things to steer around. Financial abundance is on its way. There's already countries that have gone skadoosh. They're not telling us skadoosh on pushing buttons, skadoosh on things coming. That's all I'm going to say on these platforms. It's already been happening, and it is happening right now. Waiting for it to hit the rest of us. For all you guys waiting for your projects, waiting for your flavor, waiting for your funds, absolutely. We're waiting as it slowly makes its way down the totem pole to the people that really need to make moves on this planet. All right. Right, Yodi? Oh, yeah. So, for all you guys doing your projects, let me give you some downloads. Solar Flower is a new company. Solar Flower, you may know about it. It's 40% more efficient than panels. It actually opens up like a flower and follows the sun throughout the day. It closes up when you're done using it. If you mix that, obviously, with the new Tesla batteries coming out of the Gigafactory over there in Fernley, Nevada, there's 3 different tiers of that. The bottom tier, like the house tier, the pack, and then the mega pack is what you want. You guys get, it's $1 million for a mega pack. You guys get a solar farm. A solar farm is usually 5 acres. If you're using a technology, hence a solar flower, which is 40% more efficient, you can have the same power output as a 5 acre solar farm on 2 acres, which I like better because in northern Arizona and other arid environments, especially in Colorado and places, there's snow, there's wind, there's debris. Mix that with the gigawatt or the megawatt power, the output that Tesla's coming up with now, and you guys share that 1 megawatt output, I forget if it's 900 watts, it's something crazy how much energy it stores, not only through wind, through electricity, not only through hydrogen, but not only through natural gas generators. You guys can literally buy that hookup and power like 60 homes by yourself. Just letting you know. When we do these new conferences and stuff, I have a bunch of data and downloads I want to share with the collective consciousness on the entire planet. Since I live in northern Arizona in a very arid environment, it's very hot in the summer, it's very cold in the winter, very windy. We're up here at 5,000 feet elevation. There's obviously places a lot more. What I'm trying to express is there's things that we should know how to do when building above and below ground. I think that a lot of the technology we need to implement is not only on the ground with the 3D printing technologies, but obviously calling up Musk at SpaceX and seeing how much it is to lease one of those tunneling machines and do this under your property. Do a zigzag under your property. Go ahead and double or triple the square footage. And go ahead and increase the growing areas no matter what the sun's doing or the temperature or whatever. You're basically, I mean, what are you going to do? The guy's growing hydroponics 15 feet in the ground. They've got an underground VR party center and a dance floor. They've got above and below housing. They've got skylights. They've got an underwater grottos with spas. And I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that you guys need to open your minds on making things that last 300 years to 1,000 years. Making things out of stone, glass, smelting your own glass, pouring it into shapes that are a foot thick. Silica is very cheap. Heating it to 2,500, 3,000 degrees, pouring it into a mold, that wall of glass will last 5,000, 10,000 years. Just trying to put some things in your head that you ain't gonna get at Home Depot, where we buy products that last 40 years before you have to completely remake the entire house. Trying to put some things in your mind and help you out to go, how do I make something that's multi-generational that my kids can live in? It takes grandma, grandpa, us, to go, yeah, I went ahead and 3D printed that whole thing. The walls are 2 feet thick. Yeah, I lined it with hempcrete. It's fireproof. It breathes. Yeah, I triple insulated the plumbing. Yeah, there's different types of gravity wells on the property. What I'm getting to, ladies and gents, across the planet is we're going to fix this planet together. What I'm getting to, ladies and gentlemen, terraforming and making land that is not very viable into luscious greens. If you guys have seen that video of that Brazilian couple that bought that 30 acres in 2006 and it was barren, it had been cut down and there was no trees or water on the property. If you type in Brazilian couple, like grows forest on their property, when the trees that he planted came back, the water came back. What I'm saying to you guys out there is we're going to start turning land that is absolutely beautifully and spiritually sound into oases around the planet. We're not going to have to build where there's all this infrastructure and weirdness on the grid. You give us power, water, sewer. It's all being knocked into fertilizer, going into hydroponic systems. You got underwater fish hatcheries with nitrogen. You guys are growing more tomatoes and vegetables than you know what to do with, and we're giving it away to everyone that needs it. What I'm getting to is it only takes a group of us to get it together and then teach the rest of the planet how to do it. Make your YouTube videos. Hey, welcome to the City of Light. Today we're going to teach you guys how to do a garden. Today we're going to teach you guys how to pull water from the air. Today we're going to teach you guys, right, how to pull certain fuels right from the things around your house. What I'm getting to is the collective community of Earth is going to learn and reinvent new ways with new technologies. If you guys don't know, there's a new hydrogen fuel cell out right now that Toyota created, that they printed hydrogen on CDs and they run a laser on it. It releases the hydrogen gas the car can use as fuel. The main thing about hydrogen and hydrogen fuel cells is storage and with the cost of it. with these new types of technologies, they said you could buy a stack of CDs at Walmart that are solid state hydrogen, and you could run your house and your car off of it very cheaply. These technologies are rolling out right now. Real, I don't know, some people's different levels of, understanding how the world works. These are being released right now. It was held up in patent court since 2008. It was released in 2017. Okay? So just wanted to share that with you guys. There's a lot of new technologies coming out you might not know about. Okay, that's all. All right. I kind of feel like we should interview for jobs. We should just go to DARPA.com and be like, hey, I think I'm a better ambassador in Yondere Kushia Pohunde Fishataraso than who you actually have in that position. I'd like to, I want that job. We should just start doing that for government and all these top military guys go, how do these guys are submitting their resumes? Not only do they know who we are, not only do they know our mailing address, they actually saying their star seeds, they actually speak the language fluently, they're actually in these suits, and they said that we can do the job better than you because you're just a human that has no reference whatsoever to why you're here on this planet. We're going right through you like a hot knife through butter. No matter how much your training is, you can't out-train my soul. You can't train in one incarnation or two incarnations what my soul has stored over 100 million years. I'm gonna squish you like a small grape, like a gummy bear. Yeah, that's cute. Step out of the way. I'll talk directly to who this ET is. Can you guys give me 2 cups of tea and shut the door behind me? I'm gonna have a conversation with this guy. These big 6'6", SSP super soldiers will walk out of the room and go, what is happening right now? Like, oh, you didn't know the Galactics actually incarnated in human popsicle suits are actually among the population and have actually been monitoring every single thing in this time sequence, including you and your job, Bob. That's what I'm trying to express with some of you guys who you really are, okay? They'll try to pull you in different directions. This is outside the polarity game. Let me express. You got your team on the left side, your light side. You got your team on your right side, your night side. Really simple, your heart's on your left for a reason, okay? Here we go. In the beginning, when you're waking up and you're going through multiple timelines and realities, it's like you have 2 pro teams and you're the #1 college draft pick. Check this out. Your light side says, hey, you could use your powers for good in balancing humanity. Your night side comes and goes, hey, we can offer you everything. You want the mansion, you want the boat, you want all the things. Come work for us. What I'm trying to express within you guys, that duality game goes to about 12D. Once you hit deity level and above, they kind of go, yeah, we got it. It's a lower level game. Are you enjoying your little video game? Okay. It's not how the universe operates. Just being honest with you. Someone's got to tell the population, hey, this 3D, 4D, 5D, as you go up, when you hit the 12th floor of this video game, it's deity level, only rock stars above 12D and above. No disrespect. We're the fractals of some of these guys, and the polarity game is not black or white like we're playing checkers or chess. Rather, it's like the entire spectrum of the universe in every vibrance or variation. Okay? Some of the most powerful deities I know personally, they're either the most awesome being to hang out with, or if they're in a bad mood, you got to steer clear. They're very moody. That's all I can say. Very moody, Some of the guys on the night side are like, did he eat? Is he relaxed? Did he have good dreams? There's 15 questions I'll ask before I knock on the door. Okay? On your light side, more balanced, more calm. There was something that popped in my head when I saw this, this thing on Gaia. I think it was Richard Doty saying that at one of the, I think it was the Russian nuclear bases, maybe in the US, they said that beings supposedly jumped back in time. Oh no, it was in England. There was a nuclear thing in the 70s, a hidden base in the UK. And what happened was they had, during the Cold War, the UK had this nuclear facility. Well, they had these basically light beings in a light ship show up and talk to the general and said, hey, you got to shut this stuff down. We are your future selves from with no BS. They said it was 500,000 years in the future. And if you go down this timeline, we're not going to exist. And they made it supposedly to a tier 6 or a tier 7 civilization in like half a 500,000 years, 500,000 years. We're not even tier 1 civilization right now. They made the tier 7 as a collective. What I'm getting to is if our future selves are that awesome, that balanced as a collective, I sit back here and I think to myself going, there must be a lot of love, not only of ourselves, but of who we are as people, who we are as beings, to come all the way back to this point in time, to share wisdom and love, and to guide as many of us into that timeline as humanly, energetically, and cosmically possible. I want all my friends and homies to enjoy sovereignty, peace, and prosperity. I want all of my homies to have, and family to have their powers returned. I want all of us to remember what it feels like to be in our angelic form, right? Our Lyran form, our dragon form, our cosmic dragons out there, way above these lower level things figuring it out. To get there though, we have to express what it feels like in a confined environment to actually express the emotions behind the action and talk and communicate to solve problems without violence or conflict. We need greater negotiators on this planet. We need a higher level of intelligence. We need starseed kids that can speak 5 languages that are literally straight from the Pleiades, for example, and don't need any word from any sort of this control program whatsoever to communicate with their family. There are things happening right now that's going to accelerate consciousness once again. I am here as a placeholder for you because I love you, to remind you of, don't forget about the real reason some of us are here. Where it's just so much distraction going on. Look at this, look at that, look at this. We can't go. There's all this going on, but at the same time, the speed upstairs has been cranked to 11. So I just want to be real with you. We are assisting ourselves in different timelines, okay? Woo! Put that in your pipe and smoke it. I can do a better job, I guarantee you, in a 3-piece suit all day. All day. I'm sorry. Whatever nerd you think you grew in a lab and put a chip in her, in his head, I got him all day. He's not cool. He has no life experience. That's why Kirk in Star Trek is so cool. He's like, I don't buy it. There's not many Captain Kirks out there, in Star Trek. How do you get there? You got to be the guy that goes, hey, I'll go down there too and get in a fist fight with some. You got to have someone that's real. You can't have a programmed robot raised in a freaking plastic environment and think that that person's going to be the best person to justify the entire planet of Earth and speak on our behalf. You can't do it, kid. I'm sorry. No disrespect to whoever that is, okay? You guys out there are earning that spot right now, okay? Letting you know. I'm sorry, I'm organic, I'm old school, I don't buy it. AI nerd juice is too easy. It's too easy just to, I know Kung Fu. I know how to fly a helicopter. Well, that must be nice compared to the guy that spent 30 years doing it. Went to Nam and then, and then went through I'm sure I can do it, Captain, is worth that guy's 30 years of experience. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not. Okay? Don't fall into this falsity of things that are easy. Do things that are difficult. Do things that are worth doing. That is how your soul grows. Okay? Downloading an app and thinking you understand the universe, please. Okay? There's a reason why certain species are jumping back from future timelines back on this timeline to get back in their heart and their soul and their spirit to ride with us to a higher plane of existence. Not a different timeline, a different plane of existence in a higher frequency of reality. Not a different timeline in the same physicality. It's completely two different things. Okay? Cool. Where's it coming from? I don't know. The truth. With that,
chat, ladies and gents. Go ahead and punch in. We're on the planet you guys are punching in from. I love you guys. Just trying to give you guys a, hey, stick with it. It's about to get really good down here, not negative. Okay? The timeline that these Jagaloons wanted has already been canceled. It's already been canceled. Okay? Now we're trying to put Humpty Dumpty back together, right? Why? There's kids right now that are little, from being born to like 8 years old, that may not know how crazy this place really is. I can tell you some of the conversations upstairs are thus as follows. Do we really want the innocence distorted more than it already has been? The more you distort reality, the more all of us have to come back down here and clean things up again. I don't know about you guys, but I would like this to be the last time this distortion's allowed to exist on this planet forever. So that's how I feel about it. You should go ahead and punch that in on the Georgia Guidestones, Ted Turner. Hey, Ted, by the way, it's not 1955 anymore, jackass. We don't care about your dream and fantasy on your ranch, Ted. You know, I'm still surprised those things are still standing, by the way. It blows my mind they're still standing. Just letting you know. I still can't believe, yeehaw, Ricky Bobby hasn't taken a pickup truck and gone through that at 60 miles an hour. Just saying out loud. I think that's quite remarkable. That has not happened yet. But Ted, oh my God. I get it with the population thing, dude. I don't know. There's rhymes and reasons for everything. There's a greater calling for our souls to express themselves in this place than what the programming, the tutelage, the Egyptian schools can teach you. Egypt was not perfect. Egypt was not 100% the environment you wanted to copy. There was lots of separation that happened in Egypt, not from Anunnaki or Syrian and slave. There were different groups where they separated male and female. There were different groups where they separated north and south. There were different levels of people that were allowed to use the technology. It's almost like the Bifrost, right? Or the portal technology. Back in Egypt, our international airports, or Mars to Earth, were still open. The gateways were still open. When this planet got locked off from all international travel and domestic travel was all they allowed based upon certain species interacting and mixing in the lower dimensions. Understand there's a rhyme and a reason why certain technologies are allowed and certain technologies are not until you're old enough to wield that technology. And I'm sorry, some of these guys need to grow up a little bit before they start playing with things that they didn't develop themselves. And were only given to them based upon an agenda and motivation they can't understand. That's all. Everyone's doing great, by the way. Love everybody. There's something else deeper in me that's trying to speak to all beings watching me here and all beings watching me behind the scenes. I want the best for this whole planet. That's all I can really tell you. That means you're a controller. I want this for you and your family. I also want you to make the right choice, okay? I'm trying to tell you, I don't care what your job is down here. I don't care where you went to school. I don't care if your daddy was in the military and you're the 5th generation military. I don't care. What I can tell you is this: your soul's going to be viewed and monitored, right? And observed like everyone else's. And I'm telling you, when certain placemakers incarnate, certain messengers like you guys out there, and they say, hey, ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention. Things are changing in the game. And you want to continue to run a program in a circle over and over and over again and then complain why you get stuck in a lower timeline. I'm here to tell you, and I'm telling you now, please become the best version of yourself and change into a more balanced, harmonious version as fast as you possibly can. Okay? And whatever that is for you. That's all I'm trying to say. Don't do the same thing over and over and over again and think it's going to work this time. It's not. Okay? You actually woke up enough old galactic beings
that actually chose to come down here, play by the rules, incarnate in a human suit, not cheat. Okay? There's lots of cheaters here. Okay? There's plenty of guys that didn't want to give up their strength, their size, or their technology to come here. I can tell you that right now. But I can also tell you the strongest of us did choose to go old school and come down just like me and you. Okay? You don't think it'd be easy to come down as an inner... I was born in the inner earth as an Anunnaki giant, and my mommy and my daddy handed me my tapestries when I was 17. Like, I don't know what that is, bro. That's cool. Don't tell me how to live my life, though. Appreciate you. Okay? Don't show up on a 777 and say, hey, I gotta talk to you. I don't care. Where are you? Get on a camera. Stop being a weenie. There it is. Stop hiding and trying to control things from behind the scenes. If you're a real leader on this planet, get in front of a camera, say hello. That's all I'm saying. Because right now, all of our galactics are watching each other and actually seeing who's actually being real and who's faking it right now. Stop faking it, be real. Introduce yourself. This is what I'm about. I'm here to help the planet. These are my species. This is where I come from. This is what I've learned here. This is, if you did negative, bad stuff, this is some of the stuff I was programmed and brainwashed with. This is when I realized it was all BS. This is when I stepped into my heart and found my path towards ascension. Hi, nice to meet you. That's all we're asking. Okay? Don't ask for sovereignty, right, for yourself if you're not willing to give it to yourself. If you don't have the strength to stand on your own 2 feet, you don't have the strength to lead others. Why was Alexander the Great so rad? At least in the stories. You know why he was. Not only was he young, smart, brilliant guy, he'd run to the front lines with the rest of his dudes. Let me tell you something. When you're king, when you're a leader, could be a queen, is in the front lines, going full speed. Let me tell you something. Everyone goes full speed. Okay? I want to express to you what it was to be a hero. To be a hero now and to be a hero then. Okay? You wear your heart on your sleeve. You speak your truth. You stand in power. And when things are not right, you stand in silence in your power and stare at what it is. Let me tell you something. Light always has the ability to move night. That truth in your heart is what we all want. So I'm trying to express for these guys that think they're leaders, you're not a leader if you have nothing vested to lose. A lot of us put our lives on the line, especially me in 2010. I can't tell you how many times I've almost passed away on this planet. I've done activations. I've come down the backs of mountains. All the flashlights go out in the cliffs. I've done crazy stuff all over the planet. Many times, I put my life on the line to get the job done for us in the collective. And I'm here to tell you, when you survive things like that, and many of my friends, most of my best friends are ex-military, ladies and gentlemen. Why? We have something in common. When you work for something that you put your life on the line for, it becomes much more powerful for you, your family, and the kids to come. I want to remind you where that power comes from. And I want to remind you the strength you have inside. And remember, every single person's genes right now that are staring at me, every single suit that's watching me on this planet, you have the DNA of those that walked off the battlefield, not those that perished. Right? You are the warriors that survived. I don't think you guys understand for all these little, I understand the new crystal kids and they're soft and I get that. Hey, I love you too. But let me express something to you. The suits you're wearing are those that actually won the war or walked off the battlefield or survived the virus, right? We are the survivors. We are not the victims. So I need to remind you that one more time. You are the strongest to wear that suit, and you're the survivors that made it home to have a family and have kids. You're not those that perished. We're not playing that survivalist game anymore. Okay? I want to be real. Remember the strength you and your whole family has. You are the survivors. Okay? You're not the ones that didn't make the cut. Okay? All right. Cards. All right, that's enough.
We got it. Let's have some fun. Okay, I don't know what minute we're at. I can't see, but it's card time. Go ahead and put on there. Some people just like the cards, and I get that. Today we have unicorns. All right, for all my Palladians. I love my Palladians. My star seeds out there. We also are going to do a card for the dragons, and I'm going to do one card for each, okay? I know you want a full spread, and then, but I'm going to do one from each, and the third one is going to be the Isis Oracle, okay? Isis or Isis, okay? So, let's get some, this question will be the same for each deck. We're going to try to make a sentence in polarity. What is some news to pay attention for all starseeds, angelics, Galactic Federation of Light agents on the ground, members of all the higher levels of society and military, whatever polarity that may be on. All right, we're going to do one card from each deck. Okay, express what all of us need to pay attention to this week. Express some things we need to focus on, and share some wisdom in your grace, your intelligence, and your wisdom on things to focus on down here in the lower dimensions. Agreed? All right, got a high five. I love that. First card, unicorns. Let's get it. All right, first card is Harmony. Harmony. The way we end all this weirdness is harmony, harmonizing. It's not to fight with more violence. It's to disclose things, vote people out of power, print articles that the whole world understand. Because here's the truth. If no one followed these things and no one ever listened, including the people enforcing them, these guys have zero power. And I know that's hard to understand in different countries where they're trying to lock you down. If those cops, right, if that money ran out and those cops couldn't be paid, guess what? Who's going to enforce these BS draconian laws? No one. There's already cops quitting in Australia right now. That one female cop, very brave, who said that I can't enforce these laws. They're just scaring the public. Everyone needs to stand up like the firefighters did, by the way, in Cali. Love you, right? These mandates are BS. Do not follow that stuff, okay? So we need to go into harmony collectively on this planet, okay? Harmony creates peace, not more fighting and war, okay? Even though I did like the guys in Australia using the paint water balloons. That was great. That was hilarious. Get the paintball. It's paintball time. All right, here we go. Harmony. Okay, Star Dragons. Let's go. See what you got, Bubba. Over here. Large hands. Got it. Legacy. Woohoo! Persistence. Persistence for all my Star Dragons out there. Persistence. Your legacy. Our legacy as human beings on this planet. Our legacy is our soul family who came in incarnated right now. Us, your kids, your mom and your dad, and maybe your grandpa. Our soul family came together to be here right now. Our legacy. Be persistent. Okay? They pretty much are making a sentence, just letting you know. All right, let's bring it home with some ISIS. ISIS! Can we actually call upon her? Actually, she's probably over. Is she in Egypt right now? Between Egypt and Paris? Can we actually have her pick card? Yes. I have her whole temple in Egypt gridded. There's 8 to 15 grids in the ground right now. Cool. I'll wait. I think it's cool if Isis picks her own card. We're picking cards. You got to pick your own card. This is for your deck. What would you like to tell the entire planet? She's like, oh. This one? I know. Yes, all of your inheritors. Okay, what do we got? Lady of the Stars, Priestess of Sirius. Well, hey, now the whole world knows you're from Sirius. I mean, I think they already knew that. But you're the Lady of the Stars. I mean, that's the title. I would want to be the, Lady of the Stars that's beautiful. Okay, Priestess of Sirius. So that is Isis. So if you guys are curious, she's from Sirius. She's Lady of the Stars. You know her, you love her. Isis. All right. I'm not going to say that, but yes. They're like, you're blowing your cover by actually calling the real... I was like, I know. But it's okay. You're blowing your cover, man. Not many people can actually call the being in. All right. Love you. By the way, what's up? Tell O-Town I said hello. My boy. You guys don't know O-Town is Osiris, my boy. I love Osiris. My boy. I call him O-Town. Don't ask me why. But it's not the Orange County band, okay? I just call him O-Town because he's the warden of the underworld, or that, I don't want to call it underworld, but Anubis is the doorman. He's super cool. But if you want to think about Osiris, he's kind of like the warden. Caretaker, not the warden. He's the caretaker when you're allowed to leave, but he's the warden when you're trying to bust out. Hey! All right, a little underworld humor for you. I don't know. All right, here we go. So our 3-card pull is Harmonize for this week. Harmony. Be persistent. And for Isis, the Lady of the Stars, right? Priestess of Sirius. Okay. So our Divine Feminine. Be persistent and harmonize. Ladies and gentlemen, the strong female energy on this planet is needed right now because that compassion, that love, that unconditional love is what we need now. So for all those beautiful women out there, all those women goddesses, all those moms, grandmas, and daughters, and all the beautiful, powerful women out there that help balance us men, myself included. This week, let it be your week to shine and to help everyone make wiser and more heartfelt decisions. That's what I'd like to say. Okay. I know, and you're like, now that I'm over here, is there anything else? No, I mean, I don't know. You want to hang out? I mean, what's up? I'll let your boy. I'm from Sirius B. You know? She's probably from A. Sirius A is more diplomatic. Sirius B is more militarized. All of us Sentinels come from Sirius B. You didn't know that? That's not a nice word. Okay, not sentinel, protector. Is that better? You're not even supposed to be here. I'm like, well, we are. Sorry. All right, what else? Ladies and gents, that's our time. I love you. I made some new things for you. These are the new 8-sided, I call them the 8-sided Giza minis, but they actually have 8 sides. The mold actually has 8 sides. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but they're little dudes, but there's actually 8 sides to it. There's like down the center of each side, there's like a reflection. If you guys look on the pictures on the website, you can see them. These are my new news. These are great to put next to you. These are also great upgrades for your bed set or for your office. They're a little bigger. I like them. Obviously, the extra large Gizas, the regular Giza bed sets, Triforces are for your third eye, Brahmas for your higher level third eye and upload speed. Obviously, this beautiful baby, this Giza, 8-sided Giza. There's 3 pyramids actually inside of this, so it's actually 12. And I got good news. We go tomorrow to pick up all of our new hoodies and the new logos. I got new logos. The Light Mayor has been created. You guys are gonna go nuts. Cannot wait to wear our new gear. Hope you guys like it. And I don't know, check all that stuff out at store.teamlight.com. But if you guys want hoodies, as soon as those things are available, I would order them. We only, get 100 at a time. So they're usually gone like this. So all you guys that have been on the waiting list and stuff, obviously, please email support@teamlight.com and give us your size. And I'll show you guys the logos. And I even have workout shirts. It's like the baseball style t-shirts. They're being printed right now. I'm picking up the hoodies on Monday. But it's white and it has the black sleeves, but it's like the half sleeve. So it's for they're cool. You'll like them. They look really clean. I also ordered 2 dozen more hats for us. Working on the beanies, we'll see. So, oh man, well, I hope that was fun. I had a great time with you guys here today. I love you. For all my friends and family across the earth, if you guys feel like some of this information resonates, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, whatever you feel. And I just want you guys to know that you may be a placeholder on this planet right now, to know that you're doing your purpose right now, and understand that sometimes it's hard. But I'm here to tell you the wisdom that we're learning and growing from, and our similarities, which are now, we've all gone through something, this whole planet together, and it's actually going to unify this whole planet. Because we can all talk about this BS that we went through for the last year and 8 months or whatever it is, right? We're going to have something in common that bridges country, religion, language. We're going to have a life experience, and we're going to see where they wanted to go with this weirdness, and then how we took our power back on this planet and actually drove this entire planet into paradise, into peace, into sovereignty and abundance. My name is Rion. It's an absolute pleasure being with you guys here today. All right. Come on, Yodi. Let's go, Yodi. Say bye. Oh. Woohoo. All right. All right. Yeah. All right, YouTube. We love you. You guys stay peaceful, prosperous. Many things coming, many things to share with you guys. We love you very much. Peace.